about Facebook is that you can make friends with people who you've not seen for years, can't you? And I've got a Facebook friend who is the star of this poem. But when he was 13 years old, he was an utter pain in the proverbial. And I wrote this poem about him. He lived next door but one to us. So it's called From Next Door But One. I don't believe in violence. I am a pacifist. I don't do any fighting or using my fist. I don't like causing pain or harming anyone till my anger gets roused by him from next door but one. He's a brainless little bugger with two gormless mates. They all dedicate their lives to getting me in angry states. They run around the garden, ring on the bell. I'm usually quite liberal. I'd send them to hell. They pick up all our flowers, sit on our car. I'm usually quite amenable, but then I cheerfully scar. They put our gate on upside down. They sit on our shed. If I had a machine gun, I might fill them with lead. They don't know when to stop. They keep antagonising me. I wish I was more patient, but I'd happily kill them three. So, my brother used to live in Hull, and I used to like visiting my brother and go for walks around the Humber. And on one occasion, there was a welly in the mud. Single welly in the mud. What story could you tell? Who left you there to fill with river? Lonely, isolated, full of water. Does your owner have your partner? Or is it floating out to sea or sunk without a trace? Lonely, isolated, full of water. I wouldn't put my hand in you, but I wonder, have you got a sock in you? Now you might find this really hard to believe, but some people have criticised my poetry. I have been criticised for not having enough structure in my poems. Can you believe it? So I wrote this poem. So you think my poems are bad? Too many words in some lines and not enough in the rest. Unfortunately, considering all the disadvantages, this poem just is undeniably rubbish. Even my mum says enough is enough. Thank you. That's one of those ones that works well on the written page because it's an acrostic of structure, you see. So it does have structure in it. You see what I did there? You didn't notice that, did you? Do you want me to read it again? Just so you know, I won't. This one's... oh, no, I'm going to do this one. This one is a very old one. And I'm reading it from a copy of City Life. Does anyone here remember City Life? Yeah? So, it's a very old copy, and it's got one of my poems in it. So I was very pleased to get my poem published by Henry Normal, good lad. And it goes like this. If you want your poetry said, and not considered dead, keep it short, whatever the thought, it's the only way it'll get read. Thank you. Friday comes. Around the city, the people stoop as they move, weighed down with the bulbous black bin bags of their own problems and fears. Some walk tall, emboldened by the fire of their anger, looking for a chance to lash out with tongue or with fist. And yet, here and there, I hear laughter. I see a smile or a helping hand. But I see people turn away or threaten, the precipitous heights of their cynicism untouched by the gestures way below. And yet, the laughter, the smile, the helping hand don't go away. They hang there glinting in a shaft of sunlight, suggestive of what could be and of what may be, suggestive of bin bags discarded and a Friday morning when the bin men have been. Thank you. I'm going to finish with my pièce de résistance, or something. The heights of my philosophical thinking. Are you ready for a bit of heavy philosophical thinking?
Yes.
So this is called Maybe I'm a Fly. Have you ever woken up and wondered if you're dead or alive? I haven't. Have you ever woken up and wondered if you're really a fly? I have. A large fly with a loud buzz that annoys people so much that they wish you'd die. And you're trapped in a room and you can't get out. You enjoy it so much you keep buzzing about. Well, I woke up this morning and I thought, life ain't bad. It's an interesting sport. I ought to try it again sometime. Thank you.